Hey friends, what's up? Philip here with Points of Philip, and today there's been an interesting little development. And so Hilton very briefly had a web page up that essentially confirmed all of these new status upgrades, but then just 20 minutes after I viewed it, that website went dark. And so, well, it definitely appears that Hilton is kind of working to confirm kind of exactly what these new reward tiers are going to look like. But what we can do is we can actually take a look at what some of the information that already was on the page said. And so we're going to take a look at some of the pages, and a lot of it, for those of you that have been following this whole story, is the same. So we do know exactly kind of all of the stuff, but I did want to talk about it and kind of get into what this actually might mean for someone in the credit card game. So before we do that, I want to ask you guys to hit like and subscribe. So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get into these new status tier benefits. And so basically, essentially, there's going to be 4 key tiers. And so that's going to be silver, gold, diamond, and then finally Diamond Reserve. And so this Diamond Reserve here is you have to spend 80 nights or 40 stays plus $18,000 with Hilton. And so that's a pretty substantial amount of money, particularly if you're just staying on hotels. Okay, so Diamond Reserve is official with the following perks: 120% points bonus. So this is more than 100% that is with the regular Diamond status. Diamond Reserve also has confirmable upgrade rewards. And so this means that essentially, basically, once you actually make the booking, you will be told whether or not you actually get an upgrade, which can be really helpful if you're traveling with, say a family or something, and you're trying to make sure that you actually do get an upgrade, because sometimes in a lot of European hotels, well, you have to get a suite in order to be able to actually have a third person, i.e. a child, in your room with you. And so that can be kind of a big deal. Now, you also have guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout. And so this one I'm excited about. It's good. I'm less excited about it though, because if for those of you that actually have had Diamond before, like me, you used to have that regardless. So you did have, a space of, as available up to 4 p.m. checkout. And now across all of the tiers, Hilton has kind of just quietly reduced that expectation. You can't see it on their actual published list of kind of benefits of all of the other tiers, which was kind of sucks because I kind of did like that. It does have access to premium clubs across the network. I'm guessing this means Club Signia, Sakura Club, Waldorf lounges. So this is different from Diamond status, which actually gets you access to executive lounges, and that really only matters when you're traveling overseas. So, for example, when my wife and I stayed at the Conrad in London, they had an executive lounge, and because I had Diamond access, I didn't actually have to do anything or buy a special room rate in order to actually be able to benefit from that executive lounge access, which saved me honestly about £200 a night. And although would I have paid that much? Maybe not, but it is what it is. That's how much it actually saved me, and I did get that benefit. Now, the premium clubs here that we're talking about is, well, so if I were to stay at the Conrad in Washington, D.C., that has a Sakura lounge that is not a part of the Diamond kind of lounge benefits. So if you are part of this, so there's kind of tiers of lounges. So the Diamond status gives you access to all the executive lounges, kind of mostly overseas. But if you want some of these more premium lounges, that's going to be with the Diamond Reserve. And so that's kind of a big deal. It's a big change. I would definitely do that. There are ending rollover nights. So what you roll over into 2026 is the last chance for this to happen. They say that people didn't really know what the benefit was or how to use it. Sure, why not? Program changes come into effect on January 1st of 2026. So January 1st is when all of these things happen. So all tiers qualified for this year will qualify you for the next under the current thresholds, i.e. if you stayed 59 nights in 2025, you're gold through 2026, not diamond. And so that's yeah, okay. That can be bad. Diamond Reserve only comes online for next year. So if you've already stayed over 80 nights and spent over 18,000, you're diamond for 2026 and have to re-qualify from scratch in 2026. And so that's kind of frustrating, right? So if you have been kind of working towards, if you are a Hilton loyalist, you're kind of being punished a little bit for doing that, which is, it's frustrating. That is a frustrating change. So one thing that I did want to note, of course, first of all, is that basically all of these things have kind of all of these different tiers have been reduced. So it's easier to get silver status, it's easier to get gold status, and it's easier to get diamond status. And so essentially what they're doing is they're kind of like devaluing everything, right? Because the diamond status used to be, more of a stronger space available room upgrades up to suites. It used to have the 4 p.m. checkout. 4 p.m. checkout went away. Now they're just like any kind of upgrade if available, right? And so, on one hand, I don't like that the diamond status is reduced, because that was kind of really my big draw for being able to actually stay with Hilton's. First of all, being able to transfer membership reward points 1 and 2 was really big, but then also my Aspire card gave me diamond status, and so being able to actually have that really made my Hilton travel a lot better, far and beyond compared to like Marriott travel or IHG travel. And so that that being nerfed is kind of a difficult situation, right? Now, it will remain to be seen if, what happens with the Aspire card. Will it still continue to have diamond status, or will there be a special ability to get access to the Diamond Reserve tier with like maybe spend on the Hilton Aspire card? Well, we're going to have to see about how that plays out, because that could kind of be a big deal. Now, so a lot of these benefits, the confirmable upgrade rewards, the guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, and the access to the premium clubs, those are the kind of the core benefits. And a lot of those benefits you can actually get through booking, not through Hilton, actually. So if you have a if you have an American Express Platinum card, or even American Express Gold card, you have access to both the hotel collection and the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection. And so both of those programs offer you late checkout. The Fine Hotels and Resorts offer guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout. You can literally just tell them when you check in, I will be checking out at 4 p.m. And they just put it in the computer. So even if you're staying for a full week, you can actually tell them that day that you're going to be checking out at 4 p.m. and it's in, right? And so, you do have more access to, so I've actually seen where I've had more access to upgrades by booking through FHR instead of through just Diamond. So, for example, when my wife and we stayed at the Conrad in London, the second time we had Diamond status, and we did get upgraded to a room that had a better view, which was nice. But when we stayed at the Conrad in Fort Lauderdale, I booked it through Fine Hotels and Resorts, and we got upgraded from a junior suite, or it's basically just one room but bigger room, to a 1-bedroom suite. And so we did get a pretty substantial upgrade for that hotel, and so that was interesting. So it's really kind of, you can pursue all these things and get some of these benefits, but if you just book through FHR and American Express is willing to pay you to do so, you can get a lot of these benefits anyway. And so, would this new program cause me to stay more at Hilton? No. In fact, it actually might do the opposite, because, well, we have Marriott Gold status, and over time, as we work into maybe getting the Amex Brilliant, then I could get the Platinum status and get a lot of those key benefits that I care about. But and so maybe, like, if I know that I'm not going to get as many benefits as I did last year with Diamond status, maybe not. Maybe if there's available through the FHR, sure. But pretty much like I feel like my incentive to stay at Hilton's has decreased to a small degree. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think here, because this is kind of a big deal. Now, Hilton does kind of give away their status. So the Hilton Aspire card, $550 annual fee, comes with Diamond status and has for quite some time. Now, the Surpass card comes with Hilton Gold status. You also get that with American Express Platinum card as well, and that actually transfers for your authorized users on the Platinum card too. And then you also get access to the Gold through the Hilton Business card as well. And so it's very easy to get kind of at least the food and beverage credits for a lot of these hotels and things. And so, the stuff that really kind of matters the most usually. And so, that's kind of the changes. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think. Will this make you stay more at Hilton, or does it make you less likely to stay more at Hilton? We'll see. Again, thanks so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you guys until next time. Have a great day. Bye.